Hello everyone and welcome to another video from Optimal Ninja. Today we're going to have a look at trading narrow ranges and how you can rack up multiple scalp profits if you're nimble. On screen is the morning of Wednesday, May the 1st, 2024, and it's currently about 9:30. At 2 p.m. we have the pending Fed statement, and before that we have scheduled news releases at 9:45 and 10 a.m. with PMI and JOLTS. So given the pending news, it's perhaps not surprising that we open the day in a fairly tight range, and whilst we can never completely discount anything, it's unlikely that we're going to get breakout moves or strong trends until the afternoon. So my macro strategy here is to look for fades rather than momentum trades and not hang around in any trade for very long. Here we have the first couple of bars of the equities session, which trade above the upper quarter line. Now, given what I said earlier, we don't want to buy anywhere up in this area because buying here would be anticipating a trend or breakout move, and it's far more likely we're going to continue to range in the morning, so buying here would be grossly overpaying. So there's a key point here. Always consider the signals in context, and the context here is ranging. There's no fundamental or technical reason for us to believe that the market is going to trend off the open and break the overnight high. So to repeat, this area is not an entry. However, we're still in long mode, so we're looking to buy, and you might recall from previous videos that we're looking to enter at value. So where do you think that value might be? You might take a moment to pause the video there and to consider where on the chart we're likely to get buying interest. If you said at midpoint, congratulations, you are a star trader. We're buying on a 3-bar pullback to midpoint at the bottom of this multi-bar overlapping area where there's obvious support. Given those two factors, it's unlikely that price is going to bust straight through there, so that entry is likely to yield at least a scalp. The following bar gives a momentum buy signal, but for the reasons mentioned, I'm not keen on momentum trades today, and in any case, this is not a great setup for two reasons. Number one, price would have to break back out of this congestion zone, and number two, the best we're going to get is probably only a retest of the upper quarter line. But if you did want to hold your previous trade open, you could have exited at break even there as price came back. And now we start a tight 1-bar ranging pattern. Often if you're nimble in these situations, you can take all of these 1-bar fade entries of obvious support levels and stack up some nice scalp gains, but be aware that eventually price will break out. In this case, it breaks to the downside. It was always more likely to break downwards as we haven't yet touched the lower quarter line in the equities session. The breakout bar was itself a momentum short signal, but we're just 3.5 minutes from market moving news at 3 p.m. and personally I don't like trading so close to news like that. And again, it looks like only a 1-bar profit target down to this level, so for those reasons I passed. Which brings me to my second key point. Momentum trades by definition mean entering at a less favourable price than fade entries, so it's essential that your momentum trades have a decent exit distance, otherwise you can end up chasing the market for only a small reward. And then the 3 p.m. news hits and we get these 4 bars printing within 30 seconds. Once the initial burst of volatility has died down, we get another momentum short signal. Again, this is likely to yield only a 1-bar profit, so the midpoint line still looks a lot more attractive to me as an entry price. And then we have these multiple bar overlaps, each presenting a 12-tick short opportunity off midpoint. As I said at the start, you'll need to be pretty agile on these setups, but if you're quick, you can quickly accumulate some nice gains. Last trade we're going to look at is this one. This is just a great setup. We have a breakout pullback of this trading range and to midpoint, and it's a smart entry finder fade signal, and it has a momentum signal on the following bar, so it's worth holding that trade for 24 ticks profit to the upper quarter line. There's one final point I'd like to make, which is important. Once an obvious support or resistance level is easily breached by a trend move, as it is here, then the market has likely stopped respecting that level as significant, at least in the short term. It's likely that we're going to start oscillating around that level as we do here, and the last thing you want to do is to start fading a level that is not support or resistance. So always look back to recent activity to check that there are overlapping bars if you're going to fade a level. And with that, I will finish. I hope this video helped you understand a little more about trading with Optimal Ninja Quartz, and I look forward to introducing more topics in future. In the meantime, all the best with your trading.